Let's start with the screening system. How is the work going, Robin? Are there many alerts left to review this week?
The screening system is working really well. Since we had the system tested last year by ELI Data Quality, it's now raising matches on all expected records. I'm confident that we're not missing any. We have about 20 alerts remaining and they should be cleared by this morning.
That's fantastic. Well done, everybody. Any other issues?
We rule out some genuine true matches as not in scope because the specific sanction lists on the watchlist record are not of interest to our office, at least not for the time being.
Okay.
Those alerts then sit in the state of not in scope. But what if the individual or company is listed, say, a year later on a sanction list that is relevant to us? How would we know?
Don't we have a review flag for that, to tell us when something important changes on an alert that has already been reviewed?
Yes, we do, but it's too blunt. The review flag is raised when names or dates of birth change, either in the watch list or in our own data, or maybe the country of residence or country registration changes.
What we really need is an additional notification flag only on the sanction lists, in case the sanction lists ever change for that company or individual. Otherwise, we might not realise.
I see. Let's give ELI Data Quality a call. They've helped us in the past. Let's see whether they can help us with this too.
Good afternoon. This is ELI Data Quality Limited. How can I help you today?
Hi, it's Emma at Käring Bank. Nice to speak to you again. Our screening system is working, but we have an enhancement request and we could do with your help with it, please.
Sure. What is it that you need us to look at?
We need some sort of flag to see when sanctioned individuals or entities get added to the new sanction lists. If we have a true match alert that has been reviewed and now sits in the out of scope state, it could sit there forever and never get looked at again. We need to know if the sanction lists change on those particular alerts, otherwise it might get overlooked.
No problem. We can sort that for you. Let's get a date in the diary for a site visit.
And here's how we did it.
The customer data record with ID INS 002412 matches the watchlist data record with ID 163524. It is a genuine match on the standardised version of the name. The date of birth matches, and it turns out to actually be a true match. However, the individual on the watch list is listed only on the Australian sanctions list. This is not in Käring Bank's jurisdiction as they do not yet trade in the Australian market, although they hope this will change in the future. Therefore, the alert, although a true match, has been set to the alert state of not in scope. This is a parking state, but it needs careful monitoring going forwards in case anything changes, as it is a genuine true match. As a part of the overnight preparation job, the most up-to-date watchlist data is downloaded from the provider's server. This will include the specific sanctions list associated with the individuals, companies and vessels on the watch list. The downloaded watchlist data is processed overnight. We added a function to that process to derive an additional attribute as a 32-character hash of the sanction list's value. We ensured that the new hash is stored within the watchlist data on any alerts that are created against that watchlist profile. This method gives us flexibility in case we need to include data from any other attributes in the hash key later on. Should the sanction lists change for a particular watchlist data record, then the hash value will change when the watchlist is next updated. In this example, the individual only appeared on the Australian list, but has now additionally been sanctioned on the OFAC list. This is of prime concern to Käring Bank since they have a true match against the sanctioned individual. The system will detect any change in the hash value. We then added some extra code to ensure that a flag is raised on the alert should the system detect a change in the hash value on rescreening, and the existing alert is in the state of out of scope. This will bring the individual to the team's attention for an additional review.
ELI Data Quality have done an amazing job. They have absolutely nailed our requirements and put the enhancement in place just as we asked.
For our alerts that are set in state, out of scope, we can now see when there is any change in the sanction list associated to that company, vessel or individual. The functionality is set not to apply alerts in any other state. Thanks to ELE data quality, it means we can now relax and know that for those true matches that are out of scope, we can be confident that any changes in the sanction list will be brought immediately to our attention. They also said that should we wish, they can easily add some email functionality to send us notifications. So we could call them back in for that, but let's see how it goes for now.
That's fantastic. Many thanks for sorting this. I shall report the good news back to the Compliance Director this afternoon. She's already delighted with the testing ELE data quality have done for us. We sailed through our last audit as a result.